This is what we do on Alpha TV. We just hop on the back of people's bikes. Yeah! Today we're gonna teach you how to pop a wheelie.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do that.
Why not?
I'm not trying to die today.
Whoa, this is going kind of fast. Whoa, 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 this is going kind of fast. Hello and welcome to today's episode of Alpha TV. Thank you for joining us today. And today we have this guy with us. Maybe you've seen him in our last airplane video. He was the Mr. Fighter Pilot over here, Mr. Nay.
Can't wait. All right.
Mr. Nay has blessed us with the Yamaha R6, buddy. That's right. Nay, hey, quick question. Who was the second person to ride your bike?
No, I don't even know, to be honest.
It was me.
No, I'm just playing. It was him.
I was the one who rode this bike home for him.
Yes.
So as you can see, Nay has not washed this bike in about 3 years.
I just got the bike last year.
Exactly. He was the last one that washed this. I don't think you've ever washed this. Why does this look like a bird hat on this 5 times over?
I'm waiting on you to wash it.
So this is the key, right? The first thing you got to do is you got to learn to stick it in the hole. Wow, and now it turns on. If you want, you can push this down and lock it. So now, none of this will move. Now we turn it on. It is in neutral. How do I know? Because first it's 1 at the bottom, half click up is neutral, another half click up is second gear, but it's not gonna let me go to second gear because the bike's not on. So now that it's in neutral, this is the engine kill switch. I want to make sure, if I want to kill the engine, if I want to turn it off, that's how I kill it. So, even though it's neutral, it's still a habit. I like to pull on the clutch anyways. I'm not ready. Are you ready? If I want to kill it, killed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, because it's in neutral, clutch is out, it's fine. Alright, we're going to play a little game. Ready? What does this one do? Correct! That's the clutch. What does this one do? Correct! That's the front brake. Ready? What does this one do? Correct! That's the rear brake. And let's go on to the other side, Sammy boy. And on this gear shifter, first things first, always hold in the clutch. If you're holding the clutch, I'm going to go full click down. That's first gear. A half click up, that's neutral. A full click up, that's second gear. Whenever you're starting out, you want to start out on first gear. Now the most important part is the clutch control. How much is it going to go? So I'm not doing anything. You see this is the accelerator. I'm not holding anything. I'm just letting go of the clutch. I'm going to walk it. I'm going to walk it. So when you first get a bike, that's literally all you should do. First gear, see how far. Whoa, 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 this is going kind of fast. Whoa, 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 this is going kind of fast. The clutch is the most important part. Once you figure out that little, how much can it wobble, how much can it go? Right here, that's when you apply gas, a little bit of gas, right here. How much can it wobble, how much can it wobble, how much can I apply a little bit of gas? And I think that is probably the hardest part. Have you ever messed up in first gear? There was one time.
When I first got the bike.
Yeah. I think the first 2 weeks when I got the bike, this is probably not even, like literally within the first week. I thought I was a badass, so, you know, I'm lane splitting and cutting through lanes. I cut through the lanes. I'm in the front. I'm the first person. No one else can go until I go, and I stall. And everyone's just waiting at me and looking at me like, who's this idiot? Like, he just stalled in front of everybody. Who's this guy doing? You gotta be very careful of. When you're in first gear and you're trying to go, if you're giving it too much gas, and like over there, if you're giving it too much gas and then you let go of the clutch, that's called dumping the clutch. So basically what's gonna happen is if the RPMs are high and you still haven't left and you let go of the clutch, you're gonna pop a wheelie. And that's something you really don't wanna do. I mean, I used to do it after, once I learned how to properly do it, and you do it on purpose. I haven't done one in a while and I don't wanna do one on somebody else's bike. Do you know how to pop wheelies?
I'm trying to learn though.
Try to do it.
I'm trying to learn, I don't know how.
Come on, Nate, let's do it. Come on, Nate, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, today we're gonna teach you how to pop a wheelie.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do that.
Why not?
I'm not trying to die today.
Do it! Die, you're right here, you're not gonna die. Come on, pop it, pop it, pop it.
Nah, I can't, I gotta learn the YouTube videos first and then do it.
I am the YouTube video. This is the YouTube video. We're gonna learn together.
Yo, we won't have a bike.
Learning is caring, caring is learning.
If I do it today, we won't have a bike for tomorrow and the rest of the year.
All you gotta do is just hold on.
You want to sit in the back?
Nah, you probably won't.
Can't do it, nah, I'm just kidding.
Try 12,000 with a mini wheelie.
I would love to, but I would have to have protective gear first. Just in case.
Says the guy who's going 165 in a hoodie. I probably first started doing wheelies when I was like a month in. Like 3-4 weeks in. You know why? Because I accidentally did a wheelie. And that was like, when I accidentally did a wheelie, that was a full 12 o'clock wheelie. And I got it and I was like, oh wait, it isn't actually that bad. So when I accidentally did it, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. I was like, I can do it.
There's nothing negative, I wouldn't say.
Nothing negative.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing negative.
Nothing negative.
Bull.
Well,
Nothing negative.
Yeah,
I think like the only negative thing I have is the riding position. But that's the thing, you don't even ride that long.
Yeah.
What's your longest ride been?
From here to Port Jeff, maybe like a 45-minute ride.
You mean here to Mexico?
That's tomorrow.
Oh, right. So exactly, 45-minute ride isn't bad, but I used to do a lot of like 2-3 hour rides, and an hour and a half in, your back starts to hurt. And that was when I had a beautiful back and I had no back problems. So I can only imagine now. Like that seating position, like I think when you're on the street, you're like this, but when you're on the bike, I feel like I don't ride this low unless like I'm racing or I'm going.
You're speeding.
Yeah, you're speeding, you're going 120, 140 plus. Other than that, you don't really, your constant position is like this.
Yeah.
And that is one thing, I've had that, I put, on that bike, R6 bike, I had put around like 4,000 or 5,000 miles, and that is one thing that I was starting to get annoyed with, that riding position.
I mean, that's all sports bikes.
And that's why I feel like after that 1 year, you don't think you're, like, my itch is done with sport bikes. Like, I don't have the itch. Like, I'll have the itch to ride it to rip it to like 120, and that's about it. Like, I don't ever really want to hit like 180, 190 on a bike again.
I wouldn't mind trying.
All right, so you're gonna upgrade to what? A
R1?
Hayabusa?
R1?
R1.
20?
No, chill out. Okay, let me give you another pro tip. You don't ever buy new bikes.
I use one you could probably get for like 7,800.
Okay.
7,800.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. I think that was my only real con of the R6. Is that I love it. I think it looks beautiful. I think it's one of the best looking bikes. Definitely better than a Gixxer.
Of course, definitely better.
Someone we know has a Gixxer.
Yeah, and this is garbage.
Garbage.
It's slow.
Trash.
Yeah, it's slow.
Slow,
yeah.
ugly, sounds terrible. Just all around piece of garbage.
Yeah.
But everyone who has an R6, even if you don't like bikes, like I know people who don't like bikes and they look at this bike and they're like, damn, this is a beautiful bike. So, looks good. Gas, well, it's a bike, so it's cheap as hell, so it doesn't really matter. The only bad thing I'd really have to say is my back. I'm old, my back hurts. That's about it. But I want to give you guys I want you to properly hear how the bike sounds. See, I almost turned it on, it was in gear. You have to wait for the end to pop up. Neutral. 75,000 RPM. I lied, that was 8,000 RPM. That was 12,000 RPM. 14,500 RPM. Red line is 16.5, 70,000 RPM. So this is the M4 exhaust. His buddy hooked it up for him, and it's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap, but it makes such a big noise. Before, like the R6, it sounds like a whistle when it comes to the stock exhaust. But this exhibits that throaty, that throaty, mean power sound you're looking for.
And it gave me like an increase in power too, I think.
Yeah?
A little bit, yeah.
I believe it.
So, which is helpful.
So you can go from 165 to 167 or what?
I'm trying to go like 200.
All right, all
I
right,
can't.
all right.
I wish I could.
All right. Well, that's it, and that's all we have for today. Thank you for sticking around. It's a little hot, but you know what? That's the life of a rider. You're gonna sweat your ass off everywhere you go. Just get used to it.
Yep, that's true.
See you later.